Hello, my name is Sophia, and I woke up this morning and I thought to myself, why not make this video and just share with you guys my experience and what I have learned from it. Back during the corona time, when corona was at its depth, when we had lost just like 3 months without any financial assurance, when to get back on our feet, and we didn't know how to pay our bills. But every day that moves on brings different worries. I remember I started up with so much confidence. I knew that everything's gonna be okay. Is this such a thing? Probably can never exist. It's just something about the government going on, but everything's gonna go back to the way it was. And eventually things have gone back to okay. But I remember waking up with so much worries and fears. And I remember I was in debt and I hadn't paid my rent at some point. And whenever I had someone's footstep around my door, I would be scared because I thought perhaps the agents has come to ask me to, move out. And I was staying in Nairobi that time. That was bad. I remember the only person I knew I could go to was God. And I just wanted to talk to God. I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't even have friends in the first place because I had just moved from a whole different neighborhood to a whole different one. And in a very short duration of time, the pandemic came. And I didn't know who to call. But that time my relationship with my own mom wasn't as perfect, And you don't want to look weak, so you don't want to call. Plus, at that time, everybody's stressed. So I remember I didn't have a Bible. And I'm not always a very religious person. But I remember wanting to read the Bible, And I saw a friend, Mary. I think you know her, guys. She's one of the triplets, the comrade triplets. And I asked her, could I have your Bible? She was very friendly. She's very approachable. She was my neighbor. And I asked her if I could lend a Bible from her. And she lent me her Bible. And that Bible became my comfort. I would read the stories as though I was watching a movie. And somehow, it allowed me to have something to look forward to. Some prayers we say are like investments. And some prayers we say are like an emergency. How fast they are answered is depending on our relationship with whom we are asking. You see, yes, I did not have a job, but I never slept hungry. Yes, I did not have money coming in, but my bills were paid. God sent people in so many ways that there was no day that I went hungry. I always had someone to go to. I always had my bill settled. Even if it was a little late, but they were paid. But they never doubled. If it was my rent this month, it never reached next month. And with time, all my anxiety started fading away. Before I would wake up with my heart pumping, like my mind is everywhere. You can even sometimes find yourself going short of breath. And I just wanted to give up and go home. I remember there's a time I even called my mom. I was like, maybe I will end up in the street. Was I calling my mom or who was I calling? The time I was telling him, go back home. I was like, no, I would rather be in them streets. Girl, you're not street material. And I've realized that with time, that in your life, if it comes to a place where you feel all anxious and all worried, it's not because you're supposed to be worried. I'm gonna give you an example that perhaps will explain better. When a child asks father or mother for a pen or a book or bread, they ask these things perhaps early in the morning or in the evening when they come from school. Or they can even make a phone call to their parent and be like, Mom, I need this. Dad, I need this. And their dad tells them, I'm going to find a way to get it for you. Or I'm going to get it for you. But they don't get it immediately. But they get a promise that I'm going to get it for you. This kid, had it been a book, had it been a pen, had it been a bread, had it been anything else, they will go by through their day with great confidence, knowing I told my dad what I need and I know he's going to deliver. They're at peace that I do not have a pen right now, but I'm going to get the pen eventually. I do not have the book right now, but I'm going to have the book eventually. And they have no stress about a book anymore. They don't have a stress about a Bible, about a pen, about that trip anymore. They haven't gotten there yet, but they know they have already given their request and they know it's coming. So why am I telling you this? The worries you're having is not because they're not coming. It's just because you do not trust whom you have asked them for. If you want some house, if you want good health, if you want a wife, if you want a husband, if you want a good career, if you want that fat bank account balance, it's not because it's not coming, but the whom you have asked it from, do you trust them enough to go by through your day knowing that it's gonna come eventually? I just need to wait. I remember, be also very careful what you ask for. I was sad and I was feeling kind of lonely and I wanted to be in a relationship so bad. And by me wanting to be in a relationship, I knew I didn't want to end up with the person I was gonna date that time. So I wasn't dating because I wanted to get married to the person. I was dating that person for my life to have something exciting going on. This is where we go wrong. I wanted to start something and I was so sad. Every time I wake up, I'm like, why am I alone? Every time I do this, I'm like, why? But eventually I did get the relationship and I wish I didn't. Be very careful of the things you want. What purpose do you want to do with them? When you ask God for something, He will give you. Even the Israelites, when they wanted to have a king, even though God was already their king, He still gave them. But where did the king take them? Ask God for blessings, but ask also for His approval. If a child asks for a phone, a parent should buy the phone and put parental control on the phone. If the age of the child seems that it's not even safe, they might not get the phone at all. Just pray and believe in whom you're asking for from, whatever you're asking it from. Have a good day. Bye.